Yo, I'm sitting here, you know what I mean, with the God, Lord Jamar. I mean, one of the originals from Club 2000, Mecca Audio. Before this joint even started, he was ready to get loose to turn it out. And I mean, as far as letting it be known, as far as, the role that I played in the history of hip hop that a lot of people don't know because I've been gone for damn near 3 decades.
Wow.
3 decades, son.
Wow.
Since I last seen you, man. And you ain't aged a bit, just for real.
Yo,
you look great.
Thank you.
I can see, you're a veggie. You got to be
Welcome
a veggie.
home. Well,
you know what
not
I mean?
all the way, but
you
yeah,
damn sure cut back
meat.
on the red meat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't see no body fat. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So everything is love, man. I got my man Lord Jamar here. So I'm gonna give you the floor. They know I like to talk. You know what I mean? They call me the cocky kingpin and all that.
Oh, they know I like to talk too, bro.
But that's why I need.
You've been away a minute. I've kind of been known for being on the internet saying what I say. Yeah.
But that's what I need you to do right now.
Me. Yeah.
Given the history, break it down from the beginning of where we crossed paths and where we went into it with this hip hop scene, as far as the role that Club 2000 and Mecca Audio played in hip hop that a lot of people don't know because I've been incarcerated for 3 decades.
Right. Well, basically, back in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s.
There you go.
89, 90. Mm-hmm. Really great time. Is when Brand Nubian first came out. Now, coming from New Rochelle, New York, the closest places to us as far as the boroughs of New York City is first the Bronx, and then Harlem.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? So a lot of dudes from where I'm from, they would go to the Bronx and Harlem a lot. You know what I mean? Although I would take it even further than that. You know what I mean? I would be Brooklyn, Queens,
I already know.
All of that.
I thought you was from
anyway,
Brooklyn.
A lot of people thought I was from Brooklyn. So anyway, so now we out. We already used to hang in Harlem and all that, but now we out and people know us and shit like that. And
music popping.
Yeah, we moving around and people's recognizing like, yo, Brand Nubian, yo, I fucks with y'all. You know what I mean? And we was plugged into the streets, so we knew what was popping, the popping places to go, the popping weed spots, all of that type of shit. And along the line, Mecca Audio was a place that came on our radar. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
And what we liked about it was like, you obviously was doing your thing, but at the same time, when you look at the iconography on the outside of the
preach to him, brother, because no one recognized what I tried to give off with that.
When you look at the iconography, meaning like the paintings and all that he'd have on the windows, it would be Elijah Muhammad and Africa, and it was all positive, affirmations and knowledge of self type of thing. And I was like, this is beautiful. You know what I mean? This is a street dude, but he know. You know what I mean? He's unique. You know what I mean? So we automatically just kind of hit it off. You know what I mean?
Peace to the God.
So, peace. Yes, so, you was doing what you was doing. And, we always was fucking with.
But what you didn't catch, because you named all the males that I had up in there.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Build on it.
You know what I mean? I had Nefertiti.
Yes, sir.
In the arch in the Africa. That was the turban. And then the inside of the thing had the silhouette of her face. Because we can't forget our beautiful black women.
This is true indeed.
You understand what I'm saying? I represented them.
But I'm sure I noticed it at the time. I'm just
we know you noticed it. No, I'm saying you didn't mention it.
Right.
That's all. Now, I know you noticed it. You know what I mean? You don't miss nothing.
Well, part of me for not mentioning it, because that was definitely part of everything that attracted us to Mecca Audio.
You know what I mean? I put the universe in that picture, in the design.
Right. So now the store, you got, first of all, you selling records and shit in there, like Mecca Audio. Like this was like, that's another reason why, our music was up in there. Like, you know what I mean?
You already
like,
know I'm representing the
our
team.
music is up in there, and this is a retailer that we fuck with. Like, that's not just like some regular old man at a record store. Like,
somebody
this
you
is
can relate
somebody
to,
that
that
we
you
can
know that's
relate
giving
to,
you that
that's
love.
of the people, and he rock with us and all of this type of shit. So now, you know, we know you from the store, and then it's like, I don't know when exactly you got Club 2000, but all of a sudden Club 2000 was popping. Like Unique got the Club 2000. And Club 2000 is now, you know, up a little further, almost, you know, in that Spanish.
It's
right here,
in the heart.
Right at that Washington Heights border, though. That's kind of like where, you know, the brothers ended and the Dominicans and all that started.
Yeah.
But you had a club up there. And not only are we just going up there having a great time because it was popping, but you hiring us, you know.
Spread the love, make sure everybody eats.
You hiring us multiple times,
you know,
okay, to come in there and do our 1-2 thing. Like, I remember one night, like, this is one of the most classic nights, bro. Like, and there's many that I can think of at Club 2000, but this is when Punk's Jump Up had come out, and I mean, Punk's Jump Up was just
Punk's Jump Up to get beat down. Punk's Jump Up to get
when
beat
this
down.
shit came out, at this moment, that song was so fucking big, and we was gonna perform that night at Club 2000, and I just remember just all the cars lined down the block, like the shit was bananas. Like, you know what I mean? All the hustlers,
like the paid in full scenes they tried to create.
Right.
Let them know where them scenes came from. Who was the first one to have all of that so that we know what time it is?
I mean, for our era, you was definitely the one doing that. Now, I was young enough to be out there in front of SNS and all of that.
There you go.
Where I know what they was trying to recreate with that. You see what I'm saying? Like, niggas was really doing that and all of that. But for our era, because that's a little later. Ours was a little later. So
that was
for our era,
for them, 85, 86
Club 2000 was that. Like, make no mistake about it, all the cars that was out there was, you know what I mean?
Was European.
What?
European.
All kind of foreigns, and niggas was doubled and triple parked. That's when the Deuce and all of that used to be crazy back then. Like, again, doubled and triple parked, 2, 3 in the morning, up until, you know, the break of day. Like it was crazy.
And police ain't bothering nothing.
And police ain't bothering nothing. And in Club 2000, I can't recall any time that I was there that anybody got shot or anything like that.
Thank you.
Because
they've never.
There was a certain, you know, security was tight, and there was a certain respect. Like, you know what I mean? In the building. Like, you know, maybe there could have been some fights or some shit, but I don't remember nobody, you know what I mean?
But you know what's crazy? You mention it and hold your thought so that they understand. I encourage a fight. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing better than a good fight. You know what I mean? I'd rather do fight than stab each other, shoot each other. Because I'm from the old school. Knuckle it up, take an ass whooping, and we come back tomorrow. We fight one more time to see if it was real. You know what I mean? And then we the best of friends. All my best friends, I either whooped or got whooped by. But it was a loving whooping.
Right, it made y'all closer.
Made us closer. So when dudes got into it in the club, that's where one of my famous chants come from. Keep it going, keep it going. As long as I yelled that out over the mic, I kept them focused on me. You understand what I'm saying? So that they wouldn't have to think about the crowd that's moving around a little suspicious over here to panic. Because if they panic, everything else gonna panic, and you gotta stampede.
So now, hold up. Now you're making me think of, because I didn't even think of, I guess we're going to get here.
I'm gonna help you get
there.
So
now you take me to the, hey, yo! Alright? Like, hold up. That was,
you know,
Mecca Audio. That was
Thank you.
Unique's,
you know,
shit.
You know?
And I remember when Doug did it and all of that, it was kind of like, you know, I felt like, okay, like Doug is trying to be quintessential Harlem. You see what I'm saying? Because he is.
And
Doug is.
and we love him. You know what I
It's
mean?
quintessential Harlem.
Bounce, fucking bounce, only one thing count. Huh. And I'm here to announce the flex, the X, when the word is erect. And to the Mecca audio crew, enough respect. To the 112, enough respect.
So when I heard him do that, I was like, okay. You know what I mean? Like he's trying to show niggas, I'm tuned to the streets. I'm tuned to the.
Remember, he just came back from Jamaica because after that Lottie Dottie and all that with him and Slick, when Slick got in trouble with the Richmond joint, you know what I mean, and all the shooting and all the craziness, you know what I mean? Dougie was on the low, and then this is when he came back when we had the AUI and all that jumping. But let me say this about Dougie. I said this with Drez too, and I don't care if I say it 100 times. Dougie kept it 100. When he came and he came to me just like you said, man. Doug came to me and said, man, I like that joint. I've been in Jamaica. I ain't been here. I'm back. I'm trying to get back on. I'm not trying to steal your joint. I'm not trying to do nothing. I just want to use it to let the people know that I am Harlem. You understand what I'm saying?
See?
And
that's what I got from it.
No, that's how you came at me. I'm keeping it 100.
Right.
You know, wires was crossed before that because my wires was crossed.
Right.
You understand? Because you know what type of nigga I am. First, I'm thinking nigga trying to do something.
Right.
So my defenses in the war mode come in. But when I talked to Douglas Davis, you know what I mean? He made me feel like a fool because he came at me as a man and let me know, like I'm telling you, I just want to use that. And I'll do the copyrights and put your name right there. But at the time I'm on the run, you know what I mean? Well, I got heat. I ain't on the run because I don't know I'm on the run, but I know I got heat. You know what I mean?
Right.
So with all that going on, I couldn't give him my government name and things like that. So as a man, I said, look, I'm going to come back and deal with that later. Don't even trip. I ain't tripping on the money or nothing. Just know that when I'm ready, I need you to give me my copyright. You understand what I'm saying? That was in 1993. You understand what I'm saying? 1993. 2008. You know what I mean? When I got in touch with that man, I said, man, that's yours. I told you I was going to do that. And he honored his word. You understand? And
let me just say, Doug is my Virgo twin. We both born on the same day.
You know? And now, and now this is the best time to bring this up so everybody know what time it is. You understand? Now, you remember the issue that we had as far as with Tretch and Naughty My Nature with the hip hop hooray. Oh, because that was started in come 2000. I went to Biz to get that joint made into a joint that everybody want to know the story. But I'm going to tell it on my platform. I ain't going to go on the next bird platform and tell it. Now I'm telling it on mine, now I might, get into it on yours. But anyway, I went to Biz to get the joint, you know what I mean, to get it out. He's supposed to show me how to do the records and all that, because I'm the street nigga, I don't know nothing about that. So I take it over there to him, you understand what I'm saying? We go over to Cool V house, his little man out in Jersey. We put the joint together. He needed some more joints, so now he want to go to the kid Pete Rock house.
Okay.
Because he said he had all the newest beats. He had all the old school beats. He was like, he'll be the man during that era. Like Red Alert, that's the new generation man. They got all the joints. He's the beat man. Made that reminisce. We reminisce joint. So we can't play it because they're going to try to demonetize it for it. But that reminisce joint. But anyway, so
everybody know who
yeah, no, I played one of his songs on the Wolf joint.
Right. Oh,
and they don't pay me for that video.
Yeah.
I got 70,000 views and they won't pay me for the video because of 2 seconds of that song in it. So I learned the hard way. But anyway, so we go there and we do that now. Biz dropped me off in New York. A week later, we hear the joint on the BET the box. So now we in our box. You understand? As we rightfully should be. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's the joint that he's supposed to be helping us make. You understand? So bottom line is, I'm gonna name people in the game that know. Eric Burrell. Remember there was an Eric Burrell, right? Am I saying the name right? Because it's 20-something years ago.
Yeah,
Eric Burrell. That was with Epic. They was with Epic with I think Vivian Scott. What's her name?
Yes,
you understand what I'm saying? And Mike, like Dominic Turner or something in that manner. But these are people that came to me that wanted me to deal with them. And matter of fact, they wanted me to do one. Mike Burrell, I think, wanted me to do something with Rob Bass to help Rob Bass out to give us the hook. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So people like you and them was there from back in the day. Y'all already know that, where these things came from. You understand what I'm saying? But now, all this time I've been gone, everybody done forgot. You understand? The same way Dougie respected me and respected the hustle, you know what I mean, enough to sign my joint over to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm letting Tretch know. Holla at me so we can get this right. You know what I mean? I talked to my man, I ain't gonna say his name, good people, speak very highly of you. I'm gonna have him reach out to you. And he told me you need settle. Well, we gonna get it what we gonna deal with the settle. But Tretch, holla at me, family. You know what I mean? So we can get this right. Because, you know, we all one, man. I've been going 26, you know what I mean? You know, I kept my mouth shut. I'm free now. Now I want my grandkids to eat the same as your kids been eating for months.
Right, well,
And I don't have any issues with that.
let me just say that, you know, Naughty by Nature is so, you know, Tretch is the lead rapper.
No, I say that because the issue back in the days was with Tretch.
Oh, okay.
Was as the leader. Tretch know what I'm talking about.
Gotcha.
You know what we're dealing with. Tretch good people, ain't got nothing negative to say about
them.
But,
right.
you know, good people. You know what I mean? Because, as a matter of fact, his sister-in-law is my sister. You understand what I'm saying? And his sister's connected with a lot of people that I know. And the family's a beautiful family. We just haven't gotten a chance to talk, and I've been focused on knocking these videos out.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? But I want to sit down with Tretch as a man. You know what I mean? And we kick it.
Right. Well, I'm sure that's something he'd be okay.
Yeah. I know. But I just wanted to bring that up, being I got alumni from Club 2000 that remember what is Club 2000? What began at Club 2000? We were the blueprint.
And I can't front, like, all of that. Like, you did start all of that shit.
You know what I mean?
You did start all of that shit. Like, I can't front. Like, we was there. We seen it happen. You know what I mean?
You know, from the birth. That was the birth of, that was Mecca audio.
And y'all had
the birth of hip hop.
Y'all had the streets. Like, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm
y'all
saying?
had the streets with that. Y'all was tapped into something for a second.
You understand
what I mean?
saying?
As far as that party rock energy. You know what I mean? Yeah, y'all definitely was doing it.
So, so like I said, all I'm saying is, you know, I just want to holler at Naughty by Nature, Tretch, whoever's in charge of that situation, so we can get that right and, you know, get this thing flowing in the right direction so we can move forward, tell this story, and make $1 million over telling the story. So now they know hip-hop history, because I'm here now. So there's a whole bunch of hip-hop history that they don't know because I was buried in a cage and they expected me to die. And you're going to reveal a lot of that right now just with your memories. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you were saying about your son being born and where you was at.
Oh, right.
You know that one, and we want the picture, so we showing the picture from that night.
Right. So, you know, my son, my firstborn son, November 7th, 1992. Okay. You know, he was born in the daytime or whatever. So, you know, I'm in the hospital or whatever, and then at some point, like, yo, you gotta leave, like, you know what I mean? And so, you know, I hit up some of my people. Yo, let's go celebrate.
You
know what I mean?
What another life.
Let's go out. You know what I mean? And celebrate. Go to hit the club, you know? That's what I just felt, you know, was my instinct to do. So, go to Club 2000. You know, we in there, it's popping. And this is I remember this is the first night that I met SWV, before they was even out.
With her crazy
no, they all was there.
I know they always there, but I'm shouting out Lily, you know, from the Bronx. I know the twins from Brooklyn, all the big shout out to the Brooklyn twins. But I'm shouting out Lily because I got some pictures with Lily hitting everybody with these damn buttons.
She was in there. They all was in there. But yeah, it was her. They in there with buttons and she had these stickers and all of a sudden, she had these stickers, all of a sudden, she comes up to me, blow, just slaps it on my chest. You know what I mean? And I'm like, SWP, like, what's this? She was like, Sisters with Voices, you know, we're a new group or whatever, you know. Like, could you just wear it or some shit like that? And I was, you know, you know what I mean? And then so it's funny because I ended up taking a picture later on that night, and you have the picture on your IG or whatever, and I guess you show it right now. And you know, I'm there with that SWV thing on my thing. As poppin' as it was, I don't know, all of a sudden something came over me. I'm like, yo, you got a son right now, like, you know what I mean? Like, should you really be in the club right now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, and that's the first moment that I felt like of being a father, like, you know, because
The importance.
yeah, like before that, it wasn't really real to me. Like it was inside her stomach, and you don't.
Oh, that was your firstborn.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And so when it comes out, it's like, oh shit, like that was really real. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's been real to them. They feel it moving around. So, but you could only, you know what I mean? It's different with the man. So then, you know, just something came over me, like a fatherly instinct. You know what I mean? So I just ended up leaving that. You know what I mean? Kind of early, but it was popping. You know? The old me would have just stayed to the fucking end or some shit.
But that's great that Club 2000 played a significant role in the history, you know what I mean, of your bloodline.
Right. Well, it was definitely, you know, it was a go-to. You know what I mean? A place to go that you know is popping and you know that you're welcome. That's another thing.
Tell them again.
Okay?
You know
it's popping and you know you welcome. And it's going to be some real hip-hop shit as well.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no problems, ain't no beef.
And I don't have to go all the way downtown and shit,
you know,
to enjoy myself.
Facts. Because we already uptown.
We in here with some real motherfuckers.
You know what I'm saying? I mean? The people that made Harlem and the Bronx, you know what I mean? You know, made the boroughs
still have fun in, you know what I mean? Like in a club that was in the hood, basically. Like, you know what I mean?
And never had to worry about no killing, no shooting. Because I done went to joints in D.C., man. I mean, I'm even going to say a name of a joint. I know y'all in D.C., big shout out, y'all not saying nothing. Remember Eastgate? You know what I mean?
That sounds familiar.
It's a joint Eastgate over there. I think it was in Southeast. This joint was so vicious. Every night that I went out there, damn near, it felt like every night, there was a murder. Sometimes 2 or 3 murders. I mean, and I still went.
Right.
That's how twisted I was for the funk. That go-go music.
That's how we all were. When we loved hip-hop like that, see,
you know?
that's what these young cats don't understand. Like, we risked our lives.
Yeah, we knew somebody was getting killed. And we still went. Last day on the mind ain't gonna be me, but we did.
Where the shooting happened before the show started. And now you still gotta stay because they're still gonna do the shit.
Exactly. Ain't nothing gonna stop the party.
Nothing's gonna stop the party. So now you staying after you know niggas just shot up some shit, but it's like, fuck that. I gotta
waiting on the DJ, put the music back on. Yo,
I gotta see Rakim or whoever the fuck it was. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not leaving till I see that.
I feel honored to be a part of your bloodline. And I say your bloodline, I know you can understand as God body. You know what I mean? Because that's where your first seed was just shared with his king.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when
my instinct was to go there. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Because you still caught on the fence and being a young man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Between that and being a father.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? To further the education of your child.
Right.
But you knew right from wrong. So, you know, you went, but, you know, the right one on your shoulder told you, pull back. You know where you should be at.
Because I don't even want to, I can't even mention how many broads I done bagged out of Club 2000.
Oh, that's a whole nother.
So that night it was just like, you know what? Just go home.
Yeah, it'll be here next week. You know? But what was the broads like when you go in? What was the stage show like? Break it down in your own words what the stage show was like with the Miami girls and the Pop the Coochie contest. Remember how we all crowd around the stage and had them up there shaking and popping, had the music going, Red Alert in the booth, Bismarck in the booth, Ron G in the booth. You know how we do.
It was like, you know, man, it was wow. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes for me as you know, the type of shit that we represent, you know, some people might feel like, yo, what y'all doing up in here?
Hey, I'm gonna get into that.
What y'all doing up in here? Like, but you know, it was some young boy shit. Like the energy I feel like is probably the same energy that some of these young boys feel right now with whatever the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
Except your shit was more aligned to real hip hop. See what I'm saying? It was more in that vein of, you know what I mean? What real hip hop was. Break that down
for the youth that don't know. Because remember, we from another era. So right now, we trying to give them what went on back then. You know what I mean? So break it down as far as when you say that, how you mean the vein. I mean, you know, how I pump blood into the vein. with Club 2000 and Mecca Audio?
Yeah, well, I mean, just musically, the type of music that you know that you can expect when you go to Mecca Audio is, you know, not just some radio type, you know, it was that real hip hop shit. Like you might hear, you know, I don't know.
Granddaddy IU.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like whatever, some underground.
Big
you
Mama.
might hear some.
Remember that joint, Big
underground.
Mama? What's her name? Shantae. One of Shantae's did a joint, Big Mama, which is this is the female rappers.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
All those underground they was hating on, and our girl, Sister Soldier, big shout out to her. I think it was Warner Brothers bought her album and scrapped that joint. So we
just play a lot of, you know, a lot of real, just real hip hop. You know what I mean? And you used to throw hip hop shows, like, you know what I mean? Help to feed the economy of hip hop. You know what I mean? By hiring people to you know, come do shows there. I mean, I know I've seen other people in there. I can't recall all the people I've seen there, but we wasn't the only ones that performed.
I'm gonna name a few, always name a few, because I'm proud of it. I'm proud I was able to get them to come up in there.
You should be.
You know what I mean? We had Russell Simmons, big shout out to Russell. Rest in peace to Andre Harrell. Rest in peace to Whitney Houston, Bobby Brown, Queen Latifah, like I said, Naughty by Nature, Redman, Apache,
Whitney
Tretch.
Houston came to Club 2000.
Whitney Houston. Dude, I got some stories about that.
Bet.
You remember Whitney is from Jersey, right there in Newark.
Nippy.
You know what I mean? So Whitney came through there, you know what I mean? Her peoples. But you know,
that just shows you, like,
you know,
she must have really been plugged into some street shit.
No,
real,
Whitney official from, they know, you know what I mean? But then don't forget now, we also had, that was East Coast. We had Dr. Dre. The first club Snoop went in when he came on the East Coast was Club 2000. You know what I mean? He had on the dark blue long snorkel, went down to your knee. Dre had on the beige one. You understand what I'm saying? Gangsta Lou spoke on his joint because dudes expected, you know, the big homie, the big shout out to the Gangsta Lou, to do something because they had the mob style movement going on, and then they hit. But you know, Lou was on some man time. Nah, this is business. I mean, this is music. You know what I mean? This is hip hop. I'm not gonna tear the homie joint over no dumb. This is hip hop. They welcome him on the West Coast too, because we like I said, we had Dre, Snoop, Yo-Yo. And I got pictures of all of them in my crib. Because I remember I had cameramen. That's how I got your pictures. You know what I mean? What's his name? King T, you know, came up in there. I mean, West Coast was in the house. Down South, we had Luke, we had JT Money. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, you know, we did what we did. Hip hop came to Club 2000.
We had performing.
And Mecca Audio. All of them.
Who
performed? Father MC, that was one of the first places he performed.
Wow.
Father MC, SWV, Levy and them came up there, sung on the stage. Tupac on the stage. What's his name I just mentioned? JT Monique. I got the pictures of him battling the homies on the stage. And that's why I love Biz, because Biz loved to freestyle. So Biz would get up there and Biz would go freestyle and do his thing and like to battle on the stage. You know what I mean? And you know, everybody just had fun, man. I mean, it was just love. So it wasn't, when you say perform, it wasn't no, you know, hey, I'm going to pay you to come get on stage. No, they came and they get on the stage to be seen with the women and be safe up there in that environment where we got our money. And back then, we didn't have, no one was up on strip shows back then like that, because they didn't have no major strip club.
Right.
You know, force. You know what I mean? So let's keep it real. For Club 2000 wasn't no big strip joint. They had to join up Mount Vernon. I used to go.
Well, that's Fool's Paradise.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting ready to say. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
And the other one's another one, man. It made me lose it.
Hunts Point?
Nah. Further up Mount Vernon, in the little residential street.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. They had some nice girls up there.
Right. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but that, so those were the joints, and they was way up over that way. So to be down in Harlem, Washington Heights area, and see bad broads that we see at the Apollo, walking down 25th Street with their 5411s on, you know what I mean? Up in the club, butt naked. They couldn't understand it.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You know what I mean? But I went down to Miami, and I seen this is what they doing. So I'm like, man, it ain't no fun for me to only have it. So I brought the girls back, first class, and brought them up to Club 2000 and gave them a spot, gave them their own apartments to stay in Mecca Audio. And the girls is gonna wind up coming out the woodwork because they helped to make Mecca Audio. You know what time this is. Unique, the Harlem legend, the icon, the kingpin. Make sure y'all check out my YouTube channel at Unique Mecca Audio. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you like my joints. Make sure you comment on the joints. And make sure you share this joint. All right? Make sure you hit the notification button so you notify when the videos come in. You don't want to miss it. And make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that Unique Mecca Audio got it going on. All right? Hey, make sure you get this joint. It's bananas. A Roaring Harlem at roaringharlem.com. You ain't gonna find another better book. Yo, get this joint while supplies last, because I'm telling you, the best book you're gonna read, 5 stars, it's crack.